Why those who have to kill people? Why don't you bring them to rehab? Easy said, done done. Remember that shabu or constant use of shabu once a 1 year shrinks the brain. Rehab is no longer valid. Its citizens are now given the right to bear arms just like in America. And should the drug people citizens are now given the right to bear arms just like in America. And should the drug people, will that be alright with you?
No.
Huh? If you do drugs in my city and destroy that dude, I will kill you. I'm trying to preserve my race. Why those who have to kill people? Why don't you bring them to rehab? Easy said, done done. Remember that shabu or constant use of shabu once a 1 year shrinks the brain. Rehab is no longer viable.
Pula na pala. Maghahanda mo na ang pagkain na. Sige, ate. Ate! Si Kuya! Awi! Kuya! Awi! Kuya! Kuya! Ay, naman yan! Wala!
Good day, I am Dr. Han Villanueva. Can you introduce yourselves?
I'm Jimothy and his sister Sunit. And I am Maria Reyes, the sister of Abby.
I know that you've been through a lot of pain, and this space is for you to express your feelings freely. No pressure, take your time.
My brother,
Breathe, we'll wait.
he was killed and sabi nila droga daw. Eh wala naman investigation. Napakasakit ng isipin na parang ang dali lang sa kanila na tumitin ang buhay ng iba.
It's understandable that you feel like that, Maria. You have every right to feel that way. We're here to help you process this. How about you, Jem?
My brother was also kinda same way. Nakahilatan lang siya doon. Fresh na fresh pa sa utak ko lahat. Ang sakit. Paano ba to? Parang kami lang lumalaban.
You both are not alone. We will ensure that you can find answers. Before that, we will focus on your healing and provide support. How do you both feel about facing those responsible for your brother's death?
I felt angry. More than that, I feel so helpless. Hindi ko alam pa kung paano sila haharapin without breaking down. Same here. I want to confront them, but I feel like hindi nila ako paninindigan.
It's normal to feel powerless in the face of trauma. But please do remember that your voice matters. You don't have to confront them until you feel ready. And even then, it will be in a way that is safe for the both of you. Once you both feel ready, we will create a space where you can express your stories to the authorities, whether it's the president or the police that are involved. You will be the one to represent the victims. But before that, what do you think would help you to be prepared for that?
I think I need more time. I want answers, but hindi ko pa sila kayang harapin.
We need to process everything first. That's completely okay. When the time comes, I will guide the conversation to ensure that you're supported and that your voice are heard. You are not alone in this, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
After our session today, we'll have a meeting with the president, the officers, and others involved. Attorney Cruz will be the one to help you prepare for that conversation.
I can provide guidance on how to articulate your experiences and the changes you want to see. You have every right to ask for accountability.
Thank you. I now feel stronger knowing that we're not alone.
Yes, it helps a lot.
Thank you.
Joining us today, we are here to facilitate an open dialogue about the impact of extrajudicial killings on drug wars. So Maria and Jem will share their story with the help of attorney Gabriela Cruz, and our goal is to understand, listen, and explore pathways forward. Take your time.
My brother was killed in a police operation. Hindi siya criminal. He's just a farmer trying to survive. They said he was involved in drugs, but he wasn't. No investigation, justice, just poor silence. Nandito ako ngayon para sa kanya at para sa lahat ng pamilya na hindi pa rin alam ang totohanan. We want justice, but it feels so distant.
Thank you for sharing your story, Maria. I can only feel how difficult it must be to bear such loss. Don't worry because we're here to listen. Jan, would you also like to share your story?
Isa sa mga biktima ang aking kapatid. Sabi ng mga polis, isa itong reporter. Pero hindi talaga yung totoo. I-shoot him na walang tanong-tanong. Like Maria. Walang investigasyon o mga kasagutan. Baliwala lang ang nangyari.
My deepest condolences to the both of you. I really appreciate you sharing your stories with us. What do you feel should be done to families like yours?
We need the truth. Kailangan namin malaman yung katotohanan at pagbayarin yung may sama.
We need real justice, real investigation. We cannot keep losing loved ones without answers.
Thank you so much, Maria and Jan. Mr. President Duterte, can you share why your administration believes that taken measures were necessary?
Thank you, Dr. Villanueva. The war on drugs is not just a campaign. It's necessity. I understand this criticism, but we needed to act to protect our nation. Buhay ang nakataya dito.
Thank you. I agree that public safety is a top priority. But do you think there should be a review of how these operations were conducted?
Absolutely. I want to ensure that our actions are effective. We cannot let criminals get away.
Police Officer Jay Tumalan, could you share your experience as part of these operations?
Thank you, Dr. Ann. We're acting on direct orders. Sinabihan din kami na masasamang tao sila. Para di namin alam ang buong istorya ng bawat tao. Para lang malinis ang kalsada.
Do you feel there were times where things went too far?
Yes. Yes, there really was. Hindi ko na alam ang tama't mali nun. Sinusunod ko lang ang mga autos.
Attorney Cruz, as a human rights advocate, what is your response to what the officers have shared?
It's heartbreaking to hear. While I understand that you were following orders, the loss of innocent lives can never be justified. The system failed these families. What we need now is accountability, transparency, and reform on how these operations are conducted.
Yes, Mr. President?
My intention was to protect our people from drug crisis, but I also acknowledge that mistakes were made. My deepest condolence to all families. We need to find a balance. I'm open to reviewing our policies.
How do you propose to move forward to address the harm done to these families?
We will establish independent bodies para imbestigahan ang mga kaso at ibigay ang mga suporta ng mga pamilya that was affected by war on drugs. But we must also ensure that our fight against drug continues.
Well, Mr. President, while I appreciate your willingness to review the policies and investigate these cases, I must also remind you that there is a concern regarding international accountability. The International Criminal Court, or ICC, has indicated that they are pursuing investigations into alleged crimes against humanity during your administration on war on drugs. There will be a possibility that you'll face legal consequences.
I am aware of ICC's actions, but I stand sa desisyon kong protektahan ang Pilipinas.
Understandably, but if the ICC issues a warrant for your arrest, we must consider the long-term implications for our actions. True reform means acknowledging these realities and ensuring the justice is served, not just for the families affected, but also for our nation's integrity on the global stage.
I hear your concern. If there's a chance that I could face consequence, then it is even more imperative that we take these steps seriously.
Thank you all for sharing your perspectives. It's important that we hear and understand both sides. So we have here few potential solutions to explore. First is independent investigations, to establish independent commissions that will review cases of extrajudicial killings and assess police operations. Number two is the victim support services, providing counseling and compensation for families who were affected by this administration, and then ensuring their voices are heard in the justice process. Third is the police training and reform, enhance police training on human rights and transparency. And last is the policy review, reassess and reform the policies guiding anti-drug operations to ensure that innocent lives are not at risk.
I support these initiatives and will advocate legislative chance to ensure accountability.
Today, we've shown the power of active listening, reflecting, and proposing solutions. By sharing our experiences and concerns, we've taken the first step to healing and reform. Let's commit to continuing this conversation and work together for a more just and safer country. Today, we've shown